Now, the even odd plan may be an effect, but the real cause is this thing right here, Delhi chokes. That is going to be our top focus through the course of the next half an hour. Now, shifting focus to the even odd plan, tomorrow is when we are actually expecting that there will be a sort of a dry run or a check or a dress rehearsal before the 1st of January. Those visuals that you see on your screen right now are of the Delhi Police Chief, the man who's going to implement this scheme. And on the right hand side of your screen is Gopal Rai, the Transport Minister, whose party came up with this particular plan. There is a layout which is in place. There were huge apprehensions. There are huge doubts even now. But the blueprint is ready, and tomorrow is when we'll have a clear idea of how this is actually going to work on Delhi streets. Now, with just 2 days to go for the odd-even plan, the Delhi government and Delhi police finally seem to be reaching a common ground as far as the policy is concerned. A dry run is also scheduled for tomorrow before the actual plan comes into place from the 1st of the new year. A session of civil volunteers will be held by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Deputy CM Manish Sisodia and Transport Minister Gopal Rai to dwell upon their specific role in the implementation of the policy, because remember, there were apprehensions that there will be some form of vigilantism, and now there is a feeling that they should be spoken to so that those fears can actually be removed. Now, the volunteers will be attached with either the sub-divisional magistrate, traffic or the transport department. Another important decision is the fact that a car will not be liable for repeated penalties on a given day, which means that one vehicle can only be fined once in a day. Vehicles can also not be impounded.
ट्रैफिक पुलिस, इन्फोर्समेंट विंग, ट्रांसपोर्ट और एसडीएम के नेतृत्व में ये जगह जगह डिप्लॉय होंगे। सिविल डिफेंस वॉलंटियर को छत्रसाल में बुलाया जा रहा है, जहां पर ट्रैफिक पुलिस के जो अधिकारी हैं वो आएंगे और उनको वहां पर भी एक प्राइमरी ब्रीफिंग कर देंगे। अगर किसी का चालान कटता है, एक बार चालान कट गया और वो फिर घर वापस जाना चाहता है, या उसकी गाड़ी खराब हो जाती है या कहीं जाम में फंस जाता है, तो दोबारा उसको इम्पाउंड करने का अभी तत्काल करना फिजिकली नहीं होगा। तो अभी हम लोगों ने ये डिसाइड किया है कि उनको एक बार जो है 2000 रुपए का चालान उनका काटा जाएगा।
देखिए, वो वॉलंटियर्स जो है वो फ्लावर लेके खड़े होंगे। दीज आर माइनर इश्यूज, मतलब प्राइवेट लोग इसमें नहीं काम करेंगे, सिविल डिफेंस के वॉलंटियर्स होंगे और वो भी इंडिपेंडेंटली ऑपरेट नहीं करेंगे। दे विल बी ऑपरेटिंग अंडर द इंस्ट्रक्शंस ऑफ सरकारी कर्मचारी, चाहे वो ट्रांसपोर्ट महकमे का हो, चाहे वो एसडीएम हो, चाहे वो दिल्ली पुलिस के अफसर हो।
सर, चालान की रकम को लेके कोई
वो तो 2000 आपको मालूम है, नोटिफिकेशन में दिया हुआ है।
But how is Delhi reacting to the even odd plan which will be implemented 1st of January onwards? Let's quickly take a look at some reactions from the people, the voice of the people.
दिल्ली सरकार ने जो ये तुगलकी फरमान जारी किया है, बिना पब्लिक से व्यू लिए हुए, बिना कोई ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम सुधारे हुए, तो ये तो जनता पर अत्याचार हो रहा है, टोटल अत्याचार। हम तीन कार होते हुए भी हम बेकार हो चुके हैं।
अब मेरा काम ऐसा है कंस्ट्रक्शन का, मुझे गाजियाबाद साइट पे जाना है, किसी को साइट दिखाने, उसके बाद मुझे गुड़गांव जाना हो तो मैं किसके साथ कारपूल करूँगा? मैं बहुत परेशान हो जाऊँगा, और तो उससे दिक्कतें तो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ेंगी, समस्याएं तो हल होती। मुझे तो दिख नहीं रही कि भैया ये पॉल्यूशन कम हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा। इससे अच्छा ठीक है, गाड़ियों को डीजल से इनको दिक्कत है, उस पर टैक्स बढ़ा लीजिए आप। उस पैसे को जो आएगा उसको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे खर्च करके पहले उसको कर लेते, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उससे बना लेते, उसके बाद कोई नया सिस्टम लाके या ये ऑड इवन वाला तब लागू कर लेते।
Now, this whole week we are focusing on the fact that even odd plan alone may not solve this pollution menace or the suspended particulate matter which is troubling Delhiites a lot. What exactly are the other things that the government must keep in mind? Now, on Monday we showed you that the biggest pollutant, vehicular pollutant, are trucks, 39%, as opposed to just 22% contributed by cars. Then why no even odd or no strong strategy or strong arm tactic against the truckers? Number two, on Tuesday we showed you how two-wheelers, 56 lakhs of them registered in the national capital, can pretty much fly the way they want. Their sheer volume is polluting more than the cars, which pollute only 22%. Two-wheelers pollute about 32%. Today we focus on the non-vehicular pollution and adding to the suspended particulate matter. What actually contributes the most to the SPM count are these scenes on your screen right now. Yes, construction waste which flows out from construction sites, construction which is booming in and around the national capital in the NCR region, that is the single biggest contributor to the suspended particulate matter which you and I breathe. What about a check on this?
Delhi is facing desperate times and it needs desperate solution. That's why come January 1st, a radical odd-even plan for cars is ready for experiment. But there are far greater pollutants that need urgent attention than vehicles, with debris topping the list. Delhi produces as much as 5,000 metric ton of real estate waste daily that contributes to the deadly PM 2.5 in the air that you breathe. Real estate hubs like Noida and Gurgaon make it even more difficult for the national capital.
We are concentrating more on the vehicles pollution, but we have just forgotten about the pollution which is being sprayed by the construction companies. Once the dust, we are inhaling the dust, you know how much irritation they are going to the trachea, how much irritation they will be giving to the lungs also.
The Supreme Court came up with a set of guidelines for construction sites in and around Delhi. But when India Today did a reality check, this is what we found. Cement has to be covered by a green cloth. Sand has to be watered regularly. Construction material needs to be covered while being transported. Labourers at construction site are supposed to wear masks. And if that is not all, hear it out from the men who make those skyscrapers.
धूल मट्टी का तो काम ही है, धूल मट्टी तो उड़ेगी।
धूल मिट्टी उड़ता होगा?
धूल मिट्टी उड़ता ही है, हाँ वो तो उड़ता है।
And to top it, Delhi has just one construction waste recycling unit that can handle only 1/5 of the debris it produces per day. So where does the rest go? Well, up in the air. Construction and demolition waste contribute to 20% of Delhi's air pollution. Delhi generates as much as 5,000 metric tons of debris each day. And what makes things worse is the contribution by real estate hubs like Noida and Gurgaon. And our processing units are ill-equipped to deal with this number. In spite of the best efforts by the government, death by breath remains a reality. With Siddharth in New Delhi, Anindya Banerjee for India Today.
Now, pollution levels in the national capital are a cause of concern. That is why the odd-even formula, that is why the level of discourse has gone up. Let's quickly take a look at this graphic representation to tell you how the situation is in various parts of the country. We asked our correspondents to get us some footage at 8 a.m. and these were our findings. In East Delhi, the air quality index, which is supposed to be around 50, is at 375. So this is hazardous. Let's shift focus to the other zone of Delhi, which is south. The air quality index is at 336. Air quality index is a mix of a number of factors, including the suspended particulate matter 2.5 as well as 10. That is at 336 in the south, which is also hazardous. Remember, it's very high from the standard of 50. In the west, again very high this morning at 319, continues to be hazardous. Anything which is above 250 is considered hazardous. Now let's move to the central zone where it is again 303, hazardous, safe mark being 50 as the air quality index. So largely in most parts of the national capital today, the air quality index is upwards of 300. Let's take a look at north now and then north. Okay, this is north central. It's at 273 and that is very unhealthy. It's just a categorization and you can see it from the air quality outside. So these are the various zones of the national capital. Through the course of the next 15 to 20 days, we shall be getting this report every morning for the benefit of our viewers. All right, let's now go across to Ankit Tyagi, who joins us for more on this particular broadcast. Morning, Ankit. Can you tell us a little about where exactly you are? There seems to be some function going on with school children behind you. And also, it's a big test for the Aam Aadmi Party, isn't it? I'm not going to ask you about the even odd plan implementation, about Delhi chokes, what is the air quality you are breathing, what is the air quality index. We have given that enough to our viewers. My point is, you have been covering the Aam Aadmi Party a lot. It seems that a lot is at stake for the Aam Aadmi Party from the implementation of this particular scheme. I was speaking to a couple of people yesterday and you know what they said? If Arvind Kejriwal is able to make this successful, this will be his Sheila Dikshit CNG moment.
That's right, Sanket. In fact, a lot on stake, as you said, for the Aam Aadmi Party government with this odd-even policy. The credit, of course, goes to them for at least thinking out of the box. There are problems of implementation. People have been saying that they should have thought it through. All that, of course, is now on the backhand. Now it's just a countdown. Couple of days to go. On 1st of January, Delhi would be the first city in the country that will be, of course, going into this experiment of odd and even. Now, let me quickly tell you where I am. I am at Pratibha Vikas Vidyalaya. This is in civil lines, and all these children that you see behind me are waiting for the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He is going to come here in a few moments from now at 9:40 is what is the expected time of arrival. The Education Minister and Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, are already here. And what he's going to do, he is basically now going to administer the pledge for pollution-free Delhi to these children. The idea behind this whole campaign is that these children, they are going to go back to their houses, they are going to go back to their parents, and they are going to tell their parents, they are going to tell them that how important the odd-even plan is and how much it's on their shoulders for this to be implemented. Sanket, we have to be clear about one thing. If this odd-even plan has to work, it cannot work without the active participation of the people. The government cannot, force down the throat of the residents of Delhi. Everybody cannot be challenged. So it will be the people, those who will have to come out and make sure that this works, because it is for everybody. It is for you, me, it's for these children, those who are breathing the same air, the polluted air that is causing so many problems in the city.
Absolutely, that's spot on there, Ankit. The fact that it all boils down to, as we have been saying again and again, personal honesty of the people of Delhi. Do they want clean air or not? And instead of finding fault in an initiative, at least support it till the time there are other plans that come into effect. See, we, through the course of this particular broadcast, thanks very much, Ankit. We'll come back to you once Arvind Kejriwal reaches there. Through the course of this broadcast, we're not just highlighting even-odd plan. We are also saying that let's give this a try and let's find other solutions as well. That's the whole purpose of this particular series. We highlighted the fact that there are trucks which are polluting, highlighted the fact that two-wheelers are polluting, and also today only highlighted the fact that there is construction debris that needs to be checked. Now, with just 48 hours remaining for the odd-even plan to come into effect, traders, lawyers and doctors in the national capital have made representations to a Delhi court seeking to be exempted from this particular plan.
1 जनवरी से 15 जनवरी तक दिल्ली में सड़कों पे कारें ऑड तारीख को ऑड नंबर की कारें और इवन तारीख को इवन नंबर की कारें अलाउ की जाएंगी.
You may find Kejriwal's pollution prescription for Delhi odd, but there are many citizens whom the plan puts on an even playing field. After the Chief Minister's announcement of exemptions for single women drivers, the disabled among others, many are lining up to be handed out the same treatment. Traders, lawyers and doctors in the national capital are now seeking to be exempted from the plan. Each professional class has its set of grouses. Traders argue they cannot carry large sums of cash on buses and metros.
व्यापारी के पास हर समय कैश होता है, चाहे वो घर से निकले चाहे वो अपनी दुकान से निकले, तो ऐसे में कार या उसका अपना वाहन तो उसको सुरक्षित जगह प्रदान करता है.
Lawyers have threatened a stir, arguing that bail applications for clients hinge on life and liberty.
एक लॉयर को एक दिन के अंदर 3 या 4 केस करने पड़ते हैं कम से कम, तो ना तो वहाँ जाने का जरिया है. दूसरी बात है, लीगल असिस्टेंस सबका राइट है. हम लोग नहीं पहुँचेंगे तो कोर्ट न्याय नहीं कर सकता है.
While doctors cite the life or death argument for the well-being of their patients.
अगर वो टैक्सी या कुछ उसमें पड़ेंगे तो उनका काफ़ी टाइम ज़ाया जाएगा, मरीजों को लेट पहुँचेंगे, मरीजों का भी नुकसान होगा, क्योंकि ये तो एसेंशियल सर्विस है.
With the hearing pending in court, there is no clarity whether the list of exemptions will be expanded. But those charged with implementing the plan remain divided.
They are performing an essential function because when they have to appear for their client whose bail matter is coming up, it's a question of life and liberty.
सारी इमरजेंसी है, लेकिन हमारी नज़र में आज पोल्यूशन सबसे बड़ी इमरजेंसी सामने आकर के खड़ा हो चुका है.
As the Delhi government remains optimistic about the success of the odd-even plan, Will growing exemptions only dilute the Chief Minister's solution? Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, for the next 15 to 20 days, you will be continuously seeing images like this on India Today, where we are going to get you images from the various monitoring stations in the national capital, from the eastern part of the capital to this image coming from the south of the capital, where we will show you visibly how the air quality actually looks. We'll shift focus to the western part of the capital, that's the TV tower in West Delhi, to various other parts of the national capital, where from where we'll get live images through the course of the next 20 days. That's India Gate, of course. Look how pathetic it looks. That's your Delhi. And this is definitely a cause of worry. Short break at this moment. When we come back, we'll get you a lot more details about the odd even jugaad that people have started working out. Remember, India Today exposed this. Was the very first TV station to expose that there is a jugaad factory that is working in the national capital to fix the number plate for you. There's been an actual impact to that particular story. Much more after the short break. Delhi Chokes is our special ongoing continuous series. If you remember, about 10 odd days back, India Today was the first channel to highlight the odd even jugaad factory that is going on in the national capital, where there are people who are ready to offer you an odd number plate or an even number plate based on requirement for as low as 30 rupees. This act of personal dishonesty by people and also the agents of dishonesty was highlighted right here, and that has led to some sort of a reaction by the establishment. A massive crackdown has been launched by the authorities. This is a big India Today impact.
With just hours to go now for Delhi's radical even odd traffic plan against pollution, the Delhi police has responded to another menace. An active illegal mini industry that's offering citizens services and products to subvert, manipulate and dodge the even odd strictures. From stickers to fake license plates, India Today's sting operation exposing the jugaad industry stunned an already nervous Delhi just days ago.
क्या रेट है? कौन सी गाड़ी का जी? कैसा स्टिकर चाहिए? नंबर पे चाहिए, खाली अल्फाबेट। कितना नंबर चाहिए? 6 नंबर। 60 कितने आपका? 10 रुपये का एक। 10 रुपये का एक। 10 का एक। नंबर प्लेट को क्या कर दीजिए? नंबर प्लेट तैयार कर लीजिए। वो कितने की? नंबर प्लेट 250 की भी है, 200 रुपये की भी है, 200 के हिसाब से जो आप बताएंगे मैं वो डाल दूँगा। आपके जब स्टिकर लेने वो ज़्यादा ठीक है, अगर खाली नंबर से काम चल जाता है तो मेरे ख्याल से स्टिकर लेना बेटर है ना, और नहीं तो नंबर प्लेट के तो पैसे पूरे लगेंगे आपको। इसमें कितना खर्चा आएगा? उसमें तो वो 150 रुपये का खर्चा आएगा प्लेट के साथ, स्टिकर के साथ। प्लेट नहीं होगी, स्टिकर वाले नंबर। स्टिकर वाले आपको पेपर पे लगा के दूंगा, वाइट के ऊपर। खाली नंबर नहीं दूंगा, पेपर को लगा के और प्लेट के साइज को काट के वो आपको दे दूंगा, आप उसको लगा। अच्छा, तो वो तो फिर हमको कई चाहिए होंगे ना? कई वो कुछ और बता रहे हैं कि उसको आप डेली हटा सकते हो, फिर लगा कैसे? डेली हटा सकते हो, लगा सकते हो।
And now, taking full note of the India Today sting operation, the Delhi police and Delhi government has promised to swoop down immediately and ensure the jugaad industry does not get rolling.
If somebody is found traveling with a fake number plate, then definitely the person will be answerable to the law, not only for traveling against the norms, but also he will be violating the commands of Indian Penal Code.
हाँ, निश्चित रूप से तो 420 का जो काम करेगा उस पर तो मुकदमा दर्ज ही हो जाएगा।
For a city bracing for an unprecedented new set of road rules, a cynical grey market still hopes to profit from the easy impulse to bend rules and dodge the laws. India Today's report red flags the menace and ensures the government is fully prepared before the big rollout. With Special Investigation Team, Bureau Report, India Today.
On to some entertainment news now. Bollywood actor Salman Khan turns 50 today. A grand midnight birthday party was organized at Salman's Panvel house, where all his family members, relatives,